Hello and welcome to the Cat's Meow. My name is Catherine, and today joining me is Wendy Buchanan. Wendy is a licensed optician and image consultant. Welcome, Wendy. How are you today?
Thanks, Catherine. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Welcome to the Cat's Meow. We do industry leader interviews, and today I wanted to talk to you about why you chose this field and plus our affinity as image consultants. How did you see that?
So I actually started my career as a licensed optician and was working retail optical first. And it wasn't until I just became bored with that industry and was really looking for something else. I didn't know what that would be. And I took an image course one weekend simply just to learn how to put me together.
Right.
And I was fascinated with the science and the art of dressing people and fabrics and cuts and colors. And so I just came away from that weekend saying, this is what I need to do. This excited me, and eyeglasses, I kind of had enough. And so I trained to be an image consultant. And when I started my image consulting business, I would work with clients and get them all put together with accessories and clothing style. And then their eyewear was wrong. They go, my eyewear doesn't look right now because the eyewear was not their style. And my clients told me, so if you really listen to your clients, they said, look, you're an optician. Why don't you get me some eyewear that really works for me? And I went, oh my gosh, I could do that. So it opened up a whole different service for my image consulting business was eyewear. And then what happened really was I started to have fun being a licensed optician again, because I was treating eyewear as part of the total image and accessory. So I kind of evolved and transformed and became an image consultant specifically for eyewear because I had 10 years in at that point. I knew the optical business. So it was a natural transition, but funny, I didn't see it, no pun intended, until a client pointed it out and gave me the idea, really.
So I think part of your success was already being a licensed optician, but when you took the image consulting, you listened to your clients and they led you to the success of this new profession. Would you agree with that?
They definitely led me to the business model.
Yes.
Because at that point, the only way you could ever buy eyeglasses was in a traditional optical retail store or at your eye doctor. And it gave me an idea to say, hey, I could fit and style eyewear and do it by appointment only, work exactly like an image consultant, make it more of a client experience, really understand their personality, their clothing style, and then be able to style eyewear to match that. And what happened was the referrals came from the eyewear.
Yeah.
Because it was unique eyewear. Eyewear is, in your face. People would see that first when they're meeting somebody, talking to them, eye contact. And so the referrals that came easily and quickly, fairly quickly, it still took years to build, but fairly quickly were for the eyewear because it was an easy conversation for clients to refer me because I was creating that experience for them.
I know my experience with you was phenomenal. I came to you, I had taken your course. You also are the owner and creator of Be Spectacular. And I took the course and when I was coming to Toronto, you and I made a special effort to make sure that
thank
you. And I am very grateful today to have my eyewear from you. And I look forward to another set of recommendations from you because this eyewear for me has just been phenomenal. and I received so many compliments on it. And I see how important this course and what you do is with the image consulting in hand.
Thank you. Thank you. That's great to hear.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so grateful to you, Wendy. And thank you for helping me to be my own kind of beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's being able to, I think, you know, we get stuck in who we think we are, and then the world sees a different you. So what I saw first meeting you were these glasses. Like, it was definitely, you had this flair, you were dramatic, you know, you walked into a room, and then when I put these on, you're like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah, I was like pulling back, and you're saying, no. And I'm like, yeah. And we, and now I've never been happier with a pair of glasses.
Oh, that's good. See, that's what, when you hear stories like that, I have to say that it was stories like that kept me going in the early years. You know, I wasn't making a lot of money the first 2-3 years of my business, but I knew if I kept going and I kept helping one person at a time and creating that experience, and they loved it, and they would come back to me, but I knew I had to stick with it, you know. And sometimes it's easy to go, oh gosh, you know, it's so easy to walk away. But I knew in my heart of hearts, and I knew in my gut, my intuition told me, if you just keep doing enough things that are right, it will all work. It's just really not fast.
Right. You really overcame the obstacle of getting through baby steps of one client at a time, because every win that you have with a client builds a lifelong client.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that client will then introduce you to their friends and colleagues and family if you've done it right, and they like you. That know, like, trust is so important.
Oh yes, I agree. You've done a phenomenal job for me, and that's how you get your lifelong clients. Your obstacle was just the baby steps and listening, getting the right fit for each client, but also helping the client overcome their own obstacles of how they see themselves.
Yeah, yeah, and it's fun, that unraveling of personality.
Yeah.
I just find it's a great way to make a living. You know, when we're dealing with someone's image, we are in their personal space, and oftentimes they're going through a life change when they're working with us and wanting to transform and make big change. There's always maybe other stuff going on in their world too, and if we can help them move through that, I think that's where we really develop that relationship. I call it relationship marketing, but I don't consciously do it. I do it because I love the process, and I love that, getting to know somebody. And I think when we can really combine our personality and what we love to do with what we get to do in our work every day, that's a true gift. Not a lot of people can say that.
No, and it's remarkable to be of service, and in the service industry, helping people feel better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gratifying experience. Does the industry look any different for you now than it did maybe a few years ago?
Oh, well, it's definitely changed. You know, I've been in business 22 years. Mm-hmm. Definitely seen some changes, because for my niche business in eyewear, no one ever thought of it as fashion or accessories 20 years ago, where now people are conscious of the look. It could be because of exactly what we're doing today. So much is of our marketing is on social media. We're having Zoom meetings. So, you know, they're seeing us in, you know, from the shoulders up, so that they're part of our identity. They're part, just like our hair, just like our accessories. That's all they can really see to get an idea of who we are. So I would say the last 4 years, I've seen a huge change in the industry as far as people wanting more than one pair. wanting a pair to change up, depending what they're wearing, what circumstance they might be in at work, where they're going, what does the situation, call for. And not that everybody can buy multiple pairs in one sitting, but working with clients, you start to see them add on to their wardrobe. So I would say that's the biggest shift that I've seen in the last 4 years.
So in the future for this market, I would see people, when we talk about building wardrobe modules, I think that we would also be seeing our glassware, our eyewear being built into, okay, so I have these are the 3 functions in my life. I have business, I have social, or I have sports, those types of things. And they might actually start purchasing eyewear like they would for their wardrobes.
Yeah, and I think eyewear is like a crucial piece of the whole, for image consultants in the whole look now, because 3 to 4 people need to wear glasses. So that's a huge percentage of our population. We're at 75% of the people need them for function. So if they start looking at them more as a wardrobe piece, that's a huge potential for the image industry that I believe has been overlooked for the last 2 decades. Because clients say to me all the time, I'm frustrated, trying to get the right look, and I don't know what shape works on me. And, it is about face shape and facial features, but it's more importantly about that, I call it a spec style personality.
Yeah.
And more people are wearing them and wanting help and are frustrated trying, especially if they're trying to do something online. But if you can only make real change one-on-one. It can't be done online. There's no experience to that. There's no way to talk them through a new look and explain why it works, because they're just clicking and buying a model. And then so many times they're doing that just to be done with the process, because they don't want to go through the process. So if we can make it fun for them, I believe that it's a huge market. They may even come to us for eyewear first and then realize, oh, I need a color analysis. Yeah. Or, because now I don't know what color frames look good on me. So it opens up all the other services. So it really is, a big part of the whole image umbrella.
I think that for someone starting out in this industry, as I did, and I'm still at the beginning of the journey, I think one of the best things I did was to also take your course, Be Spectacular, because I think that we need to be all encompassed. And like you said, my eyewear is a very significant part of my image, my wardrobe. So often, the first thing that people do is they look at my eyes when we're communicating and my smile.
Yeah. Oh, it's impactful.
Yes.
If I'll catch people staring at me and I'm thinking, oh, why are they staring at me? And you're trying to figure it out. And all I do is smile at them. And then they go, oh, I was just looking at your glasses, or I loved your jacket. But, we sit there and go, why are they looking at us? And we may first go to something's wrong, where really they're admiring something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Is my bra showing, or do I have something in my teeth? But, and as soon as you make eye contact and smile, it breaks down all those barriers, and then you can start to meet new friends or relate to the client you have and be approachable and open. I met a golf lady this summer because I was in Golf Town to buy a new outfit, and this woman kept looking at me. And again, I just smiled, and she said to me, I love your glasses and the way that they match your dress. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And she's like, what do you do? And I said, I style eyewear to match my clothing style. And she laughed. We ended up having a conversation, became friends, and golfed together this summer.
Wow.
She tells her friends that I am her friend that she picked up in Golf Town. But, had I been not presenting myself as exactly who I am, she likely wouldn't have talked to me. Maybe if I didn't have glasses on, or maybe if I, wore the wrong glasses, she might not have talked to me. I have no way to know that, but
Yeah.
great way to attract people to you, which when I say that, like, we want people to come to us. We don't always want to be out there fishing for new clients. So whatever we can do to attract people, is it your eyewear? Is it your handbag? Is it your jewelry? We want them coming and talking to us, because then that opens the door for new business for sure.
Right. So I think to be successful in this field, I think we have to walk our own talk, number one. Number two, I think that our own self-talk to ourselves is that we are attracting wealth or abundance and well-being, and that type of beautiful energy attracts others, I think, through the law of attraction. I also think that we need to take this course and have Be Spectacular as part of our image consulting, because so often, like you said, 3 out of 4 people are wearing eyewear now.
Yeah, and they don't know how to do it on their own.
Right, and I think to be successful as an image consultant these days and in the future, with the aging demographic, we need to make sure that we do have eyewear as part of our portfolio of services, because it is so important to pull it all together.
Yeah, for sure.
Are there any, for me, I'm looking at my future, and I don't see too many issues holding me back from being successful. I have beautiful eyewear, thanks to you. I have the course, and I'm able to offer that service to my clients. And for other image consultants, I highly recommend that you take this course, because we want to be the one-stop shop. When clients come to see us, we want to either have the arsenal that we need to support our clients and be of service, but also I think we need to make sure that we have the right referral services available for our clients. So if we don't have that service, or we're not able to offer that service, I think it's really important that we have someone there that we already know to offer the service.
Yeah, I agree, because you want them to come back to you.
Yes.
78% of my business is repeat business or referral from my existing clientele. So, you have to build that. Again, it's not going to happen overnight, but if you've got the right systems and processes in place to work through that, even with the eyewear consultations, when I teach in the program, that you might attract them because you did a workshop on eyewear that's just on eyewear, but you're bringing them into a room now that they get to know you, that you can then show them what your other services are. And maybe they have a friend that doesn't really need eyewear, but might need color analysis, or has a new job coming up and they now need, to pull that wardrobe together. So it just opens up so many opportunities. Just the discussion or the conversation around eyewear you never know where it's going to go. I get, the people that you get to meet. Like, I meet people in elevators, I meet people at the airport, people talk to me in a restaurant simply because of my glasses, and I always smile. So I think maybe it's the smile and not the glasses, but I think it's when you get the whole package, when you walk the talk, like you said, when you are, and you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, you'll never be able to sell it. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in the service that you're providing is beneficial for them too. So true.
I like I said, I'm having my next eyewear exam, my eye exam, January 22nd or 23rd.
Oh, fabulous.
So I'm really excited, because then once again we have a new prescription, and I understand that you cannot purchase a couple, maybe it's not possible to purchase a couple pairs of new glasses at one time, but it is possible to build your budget and say, okay, this is a priority for me as an image consultant, or in my life, this is a priority for me to look my part in all occasions. And so in January, I look forward to my new pair of, prescription, and then we start again. And I'm just so overjoyed that you're successful. I'm building a successful business, and together we're just doing great things.
I know. I think when we collaborate and work together, we can all be more successful. I truly believe that. If you start to try to, fight against, it doesn't work. Collaboration is key. I believe for me, it's collaboration with your clients. It's with my suppliers. It's with my strategic partners. It plays into all of those different relationships.
Yes. Be kind, be great, be of service, and be your own kind of beautiful.
It's funny that you bring up kind, because I'm going to share a story with you. I have a good friend and mentor named Michelle Bailey. And Michelle Bailey teaches that find your word and pick that word for a year. And every time you're in a situation and you're not sure what to do, think of your word. And so I took her advice and I came up with a word the beginning of November. Maybe it's been 2 or 3 weeks. And my word is kind. And
Beautiful.
It has come up on social media posts. I hear it in conversations now. Whenever I might, be driving and things around me are not going the way that I somebody cuts me off, I'm like, just be kind. They can't hear you, but just send kind thoughts.
Send out light and love, just the kinder we can be, the better place our world is, the better we feel, and the better we did for others that day or that moment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Wendy.
Oh, what a nice conversation. Thank you for having me. And I get to spend a bit of time with you and see you. So that's
wonderful.
Such a delight for me. Thank you.
Thank you. And take care and have a wonderful time with being kind.
Thank you. Thanks, Catherine.
And if, folks, if you like this video, please like it, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Be your own kind of beautiful. Thank you.